Okay, second grade, we're on to step 5 of the writing process, which is editing. So we're going to use rainbow editing to edit our story, and we're going to make sure it looks good, meaning everything's spelled right, where periods and our capitals, everything is where it needs to be. And then we're going to reread our story before moving on to the next step. So I have my story, and as you can see, we have rainbow editing up on the computer screen here. And with rainbow editing, I'm going to need all the different colors of the rainbow. So I'm using pens. I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink pens. I almost forgot my pink. So I'm going to use those to help me edit my paper. So that way, if I see all the colors, I know I've done all my editing. If I'm missing a color, that means I need to see how I can get it in there. Okay. So if you don't have pens, all the different colored pens, you can use a crayon or a marker. Marker is probably best, but do you see why it was so important to skip lines? Because now everything is getting filled in there. We need to make sure we have space to add anything we need to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is red. I'm going to draw an arrow in front of each new paragraph. Well, I already drew an arrow when I was pre-writing and when I was drafting. So it's easy to do that now. When I go to publish, of course, this red arrow won't be there, but it won't be in my published copy, but it will be there to help me remember to indent there. I got to move in with those. So I'm all done with red. I should have 3 red arrows for this story. Then I move on to orange, where I circle punctuation at the end of a sentence. Add the end mark if you forgot. So I might have forgotten some of my end marks. So what I need to do is make sure I read it out loud and hear where that punctuation goes. If it's there, I circle it. If not, I add it in. One day I was with my mom and my 2 sisters at my aunt's house. Ooh, that's a sentence. I forgot it. I'm going to put it in there in orange. I fell in dog poop. Ooh, I remembered that one. It got all over my arm. So I'm just circling it. First, ooh, I remembered my comma after first. That's important. We were playing tag. Here's my period. Next, comma, I fell over a branch in dog poop. Then, oopsies, I forgot my comma. And I'll circle it. Then my sisters laughed at me. Oops, that's a sentence. I was furious. Last, comma, my mom gave me a warm bubble bath, period. I was devastated, period. I felt wonderful, though, because my mom took good care of me, period. She always made me feel better, period. All right, I'm all done with orange. Now I move on to yellow. This might be hard for you to see, but for yellow, what I need to do is make sure I have the correct letters capitalized. If I remembered it, like this one, I remembered to capitalize, looks a little orange, that's yellow. Then I just underline it. So one day, oh, there's my capital I. Anytime I stands alone, it needs to be capital. Let me try a different yellow. That one's looking kind of orange. All right. Then was with my mom and my 2 sisters at my aunt's house. That's not her name, so I leave that lowercase. I fell in dog poop, and then period, capital. Okay, capital at the beginning of my sentence. Next is a capital letter. Uh-oh, here's I standing alone. I need to capitalize that. Fell over a branch in dog poop. Then capital. Okay, period, capital, plus it's an I standing alone. Uh-oh, I forgot my L, needs to be capital. Gave me a warm bath. I, capital. There's a period, but also I, so it has to be capitalized. And she. Okay, so I really looked for my periods and then I underlined my capitals. If I forgot something, I just wrote it in there in yellow. Green is those transition words. Remember back when I did my pre-writing and you saw me underline first, next, then last in green? So those are my transition words. So now I underlined first in green, next, then, and then last. Those are great transition words. You could also use suddenly or after that. Those are also great transition words, but I need to make sure I have first, next, then last, or other transition words in there. If I don't have green, I have to get those in there. Blue is I'm going to look at my words and see which words are misspelled. I need to make sure I'm spelling my word wall words right. If I want to know how to spell a word that I wanted to make sure I knew how to spell, if it was a 5-star word, I could circle it and ask an adult or ask Alexa or look it up maybe in the 2nd grade 5-star dictionary. It might be in there. So I noticed when I was reading that I spelled sisters wrong. That is a 2nd grade word wall word. So I have to make sure I spell that one right. So it's sisters, okay? And I noticed I spelled sisters wrong here too. I was just doing the wrong spelling 2 times. That happens sometimes for me, okay? So I wanna do that. So devastated, I might wanna ask and find out, did I spell that word right? That was a big word and I stretched it out, but I did. I spelled that correctly, I checked it, and that was spelled correctly. So if I did spell it correctly, I just put a check mark next to it. Okay, now moving on to purple. Ooh, our 5-star interesting words. We get to put a star by it if they're interesting or spicy words. I try to have 5 stars, 5 of 5 stars words, but I get as many as I can. My teacher will be happy if I get at least 2, right? So I remember putting some 5-star words in here like furious. So I can do a star there. Ooh, and devastated definitely was a 5-star word. And I think wonderful. That's way better than saying I felt better, right? So I would say those are my good 5-star words. I don't know that I had any others. All right, my last thing is pink. I need to make sure I am telling my reader how I feel. So if I can't find any feeling words, I need to add them in. But I remember I'm going to put a circle, a pink circle around my feeling words. Well, this gives a big clue. I felt wonderful. So that is definitely a feeling word. My mom always made me feel better, right? I was furious. Ooh, that is a strong feeling word for being very, very mad, right? And I was devastated. That is also a feeling word. Ooh, so I got another circle around that. All right, so now I look at my paper and I see red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink. So that tells me that I have done all of my rainbow editing. So then I'm ready to move on to the next step tomorrow. Thank you.